All right, here we go. Thursday, Theta Thursday, and we're back at it. Our zero DTE experiment, where we're taking a service and we're just taking their signals every day for a month and trading them live every day and then putting it on YouTube and just see how the service does, how the signals work out, if it's legit or not. And we're getting towards the end of this one. This one is working out pretty well so far. Let's see if we can keep it going here. So I'm going to take the signal today just as I got it. So I'm going to try to get filled here at 85. Okay, there, got filled. There we go. We're off and running. Now, today we're going to tune into the room. This is the trading room that we go into every morning, where we trade the trade that I'm calling the Vince trade. It's a micro futures day trading strategy that's kicking some serious butt. I'm trading this with my son, teaching him how to trade with it. So every morning we get on here around 6:15 my time. I'm in California, so what is that? That's 9:15 in New York. 15 minutes before the market opens, and then we just hang out and chat and take our trades and talk shop and all that good stuff for a couple hours every morning. It's a great way to spend the morning, and it's profitable. So anyway, I'm just going to tune into this right now. We got my main man Brad in here today, and so we'll just tune in for a little while, listen to him, and then if it gets too boring, we'll switch it off and we'll go to some music or something. So again, while this is working, we're going to tune into the Vince trade. And if you'd like to learn more about that, just reach out to me, email me, or go over to my website and sign up for my free email newsletter. After you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get a welcome email from me. Just go ahead and respond to that welcome email and say, hey, I'd like to learn more about the Vince strategy, and I'll hook you up. So let's tune in to Brad now live in the trading room.
My problem is I've spent the last several years tracking the ES and the N.
Order filled.
That I've just got a better comfort level with the feel of its movement. And the Dow, I've only started trading the Dow per rod, and I still don't give it enough attention to get a feel for the movement of it. So that is my fault. And I'm working on it. So Liam, we can work on it together. NQ is going down. The MI.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put my profit target exit order in right now to automatically get us out once we hit profit target on this. So let me set this up, get that working.
Divergence in the different instruments, because we're still seeing that on the move up, and it's been moving up over the last, all the way from the 830 candle. So taking this at the prior day point of control, highly beneficial. Liam, I hope you were in it around at this level anyway. Close. Now let's go Santa Riley. Let's go Santa Riley. Kill it. Oh, we missed the 9 o'clock candle change, so I didn't pay attention to the break above. Let's get back over to the ones I'm actually looking at. The yes, okay. The Freightliner is just still right in this zone, trading this zone ever since 3 o'clock. Zone. MNQ working our way down to that level. Need to make this show up on all charts so we can see it. All right, so that little B line right there on the 30-minute chart, that's fun. All right, buyers. Santa needs a new electric bike. Let's go. Nicely done, Super Krill. Very good. Very good movement. You're welcome. You are welcome. All right, Super Krill. Let's get this baby moving. Everybody think, go, Nazi, go. Go, Nazi, go. Follow the Dow. Give us some Kermit Frog movement right here. Let's go, Nazi. Back to your high yesterday. Let's go. We don't want Steven to be right. Stephen, I'm rooting against you. The Dow is looking to stay inside outside day. It's moving back in. So that move, when it moves back inside the candle, is a good opportunity to look at your range. So we look at the Dow. All right. We have a sell order just a little bit above +2, waiting to see if that initiates. In Q, this trade has been on for quite a while. I think it was back over here. Yeah, it was back over here where we took it right around this particular time. This 905 dip. Steve, be wrong, Steve. Be wrong. That's funny. Let's go. All right, what trading books has people read that they recommend to the group, and why? Why would you recommend the particular book, and why? Any thoughts on that this morning? I'll whistle, and I don't sing like Rod, or I don't have all the. I'm a creative lyrics man. I believe in a song deserves more lyrics and different words than the ones that they originally put in there. So if you want me to sing, my wife gets a big chuckle out of me singing the lyrics that I make up. No, I agree with you, Stephen. That's a long area. So I'm down there with you. I'm just giving you grief. That would be the next long opportunity. But I have faith in the buyers right here at 17,100. That's what I'm banking on those guys. Let's trade, guys. Let's go, Nazi. Yeah, Ray. You make up lyrics too? Yeah. You have to make up lyrics. Sometimes they're so boring and it's just not the perfect word that matches with my brain. So it needs to be a different word. Who's the comedian that kind of plays off of that? You know, what you hear, versus a song. Uh, he's a British guy, and he'll bring up a song, and then he'll talk about the lyric, and then he'll play the lyric, and you hear the word that that he thinks it is versus the actual word that they're saying. That's pretty funny. Something with the whatever that guy is. All right, the Linus. There you go. Psychology of trading. Of course, Linus, you would have something like that. Oh, the mental game. Here we go. Nazi just touched the -1 level. So if you did have built up some inventory at the -2, that's an opportunity as a first target. Touch is at this level. And then we're shooting for the VWAP or this high of yesterday as a potential second target. Because I do only have one inventory on, I'm, of course, looking to hold it for the next move or the next target. Okay. Shout out Boomer Dan. Yep. No doubt. Hogarth's book. Boomer Dan, you tell us. Oh, yeah. Peter K. Yeah. Peter K. That's right. That comedian is pretty hilarious on all of his stuff. I always like, this is nice having you guys do all the research. Now, if we could have it to where we could play some sound bites, that'd be good too. Is that blaze or as in blase? Yeah, nice. All right, there we go. Nazzie's on the move. Go, Nazzie. Go, Nazzie. Come on, everybody. Let's, what do they call it now? Manifestation. That's a big thing now in all kinds of sports and whatever. We're going to manifest it. We're going to manifest it to a new high. Let's go in Q. We're manifesting 17. Well, we're going to manifest 17,200. Let's go. Manifest 17,200. Let's rock and roll, Nazi. People are waking up and they're looking at it and saying, don't push Nazi down. Let her run. One of my favorite comedians is Ron White. I relate to the man's his hankering for a shot of whiskey or scotch. I don't partake like he does, of course, but I do enjoy a shot of whiskey or scotch on occasion. He's got a lot of hilarious bits that he's done in the past. Yep, Tater and his boy, that also known as Tater Tot. Oh my God! He gets thrown out of a bar? When he got thrown out of a bar and he was drunk, and he got thrown out of a bar in New York City because he was wearing a cowboy hat, of course. And what did he say? The police came and got him, and he's like, "Sir, you have the right to remain silent." And that's what they told me. At that point in time, I didn't have the ability to remain silent. So, oh my God. Yeah, there's that boy. That boy cracks me up. Any of those redneck boys, I'll just bring out my pure Texan on you. At this point in time, people, you can do trailing stops. You can move up to break even, whatever, or protect profit. And so there's opportunities here, especially if we would load it up here. I would have had 2 or 3 on here. I could be scaling off and also protecting profit. So at this point in time, we're moving pretty steadily. We at this level, and we're going to come back and retest this one. So sometimes I'd like to kind of put it below these particular high points because they now serve as support, and I'd hate to get stopped out immediately and then it continue. So I'm looking for a target up here at these particular levels. It did naturally have a little bit of a push back from the sellers at this level. One would expect. We'll see if the buyers have built up enough go juice to get through this. If not, then this would be the next level to protect profit, is this little pullback here. So you could come back here and protect it if you wanted to as well. This is just kind of an example of how you manage a trade based on what you're seeing. So still looking at a target here. We'd probably sell it somewhere. It's probably going to need to be, it'll probably be here before it gets to the VWAP level. Purely guessing. Oh, Ron White, he quit drinking. Yeah, yeah. He needs to. That poor boy has been through several wives and several issues in life. And what did he do? Does he still smoke? Dum Dum, does he still smoke? Because I think he still likes an occasional puff on the Mary Jane stuff or whatever. And that's the old school of saying marijuana, since now it's all legal, or legal in a lot of places or whatever. All right, we're moving up here. Got a strong push. I'm going to remain hopeful here, and I'm going to just keep my stops kind of in a move up here, because I'm feeling that the buyers have kind of, well, they've been tired of being suppressed, so they want to move up higher. Now you can see my natural bias. You hear it? Yeah, weed. That's right. Steven, all right, buddy. Signing off. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Enjoy the day. We'll see you next week in the trading room for sure. Okay, looking here also, we're coming up on the next opening candle in 2 minutes or 1 minute. That's something to pay attention to directly. Once the candle opens here on the NQ, I'm looking for a break above the previous candle and a trade back down. That sometimes has potential. Since we're near the top here, a lot of times you see sellers or buyers using the previous candle as a point to take out, and you can kind of notice it by looking at these candles before. Okay, so this candle was pushing up, the next candle opened up, it broke above that candle and then traded back down inside the previous candle. So a lot of times you can see different things happening right at the candle level on the 30 minutes. And back to some of the psychology that Linus was talking about, that psychology of trading, this is some of those key pieces. So see right here, let's watch this candle. Okay, is it going to continue up, or it broke that level just a little bit? Now it's making a decision. We're this close to the high of day. Will it push up to here, or will this candle maintain for a little while? So you can see right there at that push, we'll see if it's which one is the stronger. So right now the buyers are holding it and continuing the strength, and the sellers are fighting it. This gives me purpose, is to think of how this battle's playing through between the buyers and sellers at these different levels. And this is a level to watch. If this candle, we break above outside day up, and then we close above it, that's the break above, close above that Rod always talks about on a particular level. We do have point of control here up at this level, so it does have a target that it's aiming for. But we have right here at the 17,125, you see this volume shelf and this kind of beginning of an Indian arrow. This is showing out to be a double distribution in volume today. If it was to pull back into this area and keep building this shelf, we will see the point of control that was up here move down to this particular level. It has to, right now it's kind of working that and staying in this range and pulling back. So we'll see it if it pulls back to this 125, and then it would trade this particular volume shelf for a little while as well for the next level. If it bounces off of this 125, that'll tell us something too. It'll use that point. So see, it came close, it built a shelf there. Let's see what happens if they use that as the next support level to keep moving and continue the move. This is the fun of watching the nuances of the trade, like you watch baseball and the different mechanics when you're watching the pitcher and the batter's duels and things like that. This is, at least this is how I think of it. So right now it came down and touched that high point shelf, and it is now trying to work and trade above it. So it's kind of it's right here in a ping pong area. It ping pongs off of this level and it ping pongs off of this high of day. So the buyers and the sellers are fighting in this little area for the moment, and we will see where the strength comes from. Right now, previous candles is showing that a lot of strength from the buying has been pushing it up. So we could expect that it would move, break above it, and move back towards it as a potential. but this is Brad's play-by-play. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, and since I have the mic, the one-eyed man. You guys can hit me with comments to prove me wrong or right. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Nice. Okay. Well, we're moving. We're halfway out of our little hole we dug this morning. Currently, with a little bit of that trade volume. All right. So we're at $30. So very manageable.
Order filled.
Here, I can protect a little bit since we're in that zone. See that zone on the peak? I'm going to be right behind that peak. So if that peak breaks, that low of that candle breaks, then that's fine. I've taken my profit and we look for the next trade. But when I'm strategically moving my stops, there's a reason behind it. Okay. So it's looking at this volume shelf on NQ and this low of candle here. And I'm going to assume if it breaks below that the current candle, then that's fine. I'm out. But I'm also leaving it enough room to continue on and to break above if it decides to do that. Okay, guys, and everybody on trial, talk to us. Ask questions of the members. Ask us questions of, is it of value to join the group? Well, yeah, it's of value to join the group just because you get guys like me to kind of show you how much Rod is appreciated. No, everything I've been in, I think I've invested in 4 or 3 different future trading groups over the time of the last 4 years. And I've learned some from each one, of course. I mean, you learn as you go. You try to get nuggets from each one of them. But what I love about TDG and the mindset is that emotional quotient. You can hear right now. I'm trading with very low emotion and a low fear. I mean, I talk about my stops and stuff, but when I'm testing a trade, I have a feeling and an understanding of why I'm testing a trade, and I'm not worried about losing. And my emotional level is low, and I like it that way. And because you see a lot of traders get out of control, revenge trade, fear of missing out, and get so emotional that it just eats them up. And I've traded that way in times past, and it does. It's not enjoyable. And what I've learned with trading in this group from input from you guys and also Rod's guidance is to find a level to where I'm not emotionally trading near as much. And see, now going back up here, why I don't have my stop up here and my sell limit is I'm thinking that it has the potential. So I'm still using this as a target and expect some resistance here, but I'm doing my stop here. I'm moving it here and keeping it at that low of candle because I'm okay with a 10-point move against me, or I can also protect it a little bit if I see it kind of spiking down too much. But I do expect a little bit of ping pong action here. But I feel like all this shelf that we built out here in support and here in support is we have enough momentum to continue. But that's just my personal bias of getting up back to the open and this +1. And it's worth these 10 points to let it trade in that level at the moment. Let me come down here. Boomer. Okay, what Rod teaches about trading around your set daily loss budget was a big needle. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the looking at those levels and let's see. Actually, I think I've got it here. I've kind of been working on a PowerPoint of some of Rod's videos and kind of expanding on it a little bit. That's due in time, but I put together this scorecard, and this scorecard really managing your daily risk budget. That's the number one key. You stay within whatever you define it as. If it's a $25,000 account, you basically have a $1,500 account threshold. Of that, 10% of that threshold is $150. So your $150 would be a daily risk budget scenario. If you have a $50,000 account and you have a $2,500 threshold, that's a $2,500 account. 10% of that's $250. So your daily budget would be looking at a $250 mark. Whatever it is you determine whatever it is, don't go below it. If you can maintain that and maintain that daily max loss rule and not go below it, that is a good trading day. And if you stay in that range, you live for another day to be able to trade and get to these small G's into these big G's and the G pluses. Those days do happen. Enough of that preaching. Let's get back to trading. Okay, so we're maintaining here. We're $40 up on this particular one. Let's see how the Dow is doing. The Dow is just sitting there. So the Dow is kind of holding out in its little range right now at near its +2. Yesterday we talked about locking in on since that moved up a little bit, I'm going to lock this sell limit order to this +2. So I'm holding down the control key and I'm clicking on it. So when I click on it, you can see it moving up there. I'm going to put it at a flat 0, and I'm going to put it at a +2 or let's do +4. That's going to be 4 ticks above that level. It's going to lock in. So anytime this moves up or down, my limit order will be 4 ticks above it. So FYI, if you'd like to lock into the bands on either side, that's a way to do it. Check on the ES. ES is it's working a little bit, trying to work back up above that particular shelf. And then next stop would be, look at my trend line. I haven't moved it, guys. We're back open in the trend. Is that support or is that resistance now? We will see. In Q, go, baby. Get back up to your POC. Let's go. Reach. Remember, manifest 7,200. This is our level right up here. We're going to manifest that. We'll see. If it accidentally gets up here today in the rewind, I will be a genius. I'll be a genius. And it'll also prove in rewind that it never got there. That's fun. All right, so she's holding up. We can actually kind of move that up a little bit if we wanted to on the candles. Right now, I'm not. I'm thinking right around open. This +1 and open, and we'll see some resistance. So I would be willing to take my trade off the table at that point. Here, I can move it up 2 points, but I'm still feel good. It actually moved it up above that shelf a little bit. Original stop was right below that level on the stop. I moved it up some. So we'll move it to right below this particular candle highs. And so if it moves down and breaks that resistance back inside that candle, then we'll take profit there. So that's moving and managing my stop up while it kind of trades here and works up to the next level. Yeah, Genus is exactly right. I love the explained cards you've made. Okay, hey, you're welcome. Yeah, I've been just kind of building these out a little bit here because I mentally have to see it. So this is looking at the scorecard on the profit and loss, and then this is looking at it. Okay, no pain, felt good about where you are. A little bit tense I kind of work in between these levels now. Rarely get to a 4, and I haven't been a 5 and beyond probably 2 months. Two months. I mean, there's days I get pissed about a trade that was dumb, but I'm pissed at myself. I'm not in the zone of this, what I would call this level. So that's been a good visual for me. And then I'd capture little sayings, that I see out on Twitter and different places for us. This is the main reason I trade is, when you work 9 to 5, you only get paid what somebody tells you. As a trader, we work for ourselves, and it's our own discipline and patience. And just like any kind of skill set, the first couple of years or the first, while you're learning and getting a feel for it, it's difficult because you just don't trust it. You don't know what you don't know. And then finally you just gotta keep working through it. And the only way you're going to manage that is if you stay in this risk budget level here. You're not going to blow up an account, and you're going to be able to build that experience. I know Reed he's been in where he's opened his Bullinox accounts, and he's been down on a $25,000 account. He's been down 1,000 and traded back up to the break even of the 25,000 level. And just that due diligence and managing that has been beautiful, because he's learning and starting to see it, and each day he's building that confidence in being able to take it to that next level. All right, guys, what did we say? It was going to sit here for a little bit on the NQ. We're sitting here at that high day and VWAP. So at some point, I mean, I'm right at that level. If it breaks down below that level, this is an excellent trade that we put on here. And then if it comes up to this new level up here, I will take a sell to sell it back to VWAP because of it being the open, I believe, and it being a +1 level. I'm willing to take a sell at that point. Now you bet, Ocean Grown. Anytime. Gonna head out. Hey, have a great rest of the week, and guys, definitely we'll see you Monday. Hit me on Discord or hit me on email if there's questions or different things like that. No worries. Enjoy. Sam, that's actually something that Rod has been thinking about and discussing, and I think he shared it last week when he was on the mic, that in 2024 we might have different hours where I'm on the mic for an hour or so, and just kind of doing exactly what we're doing right now, working through it. There you go, Dan. Way to go. P&L porn. Yeah, that's good. Let's see that. Let's see that P&L porn. Tell us our P&L and GC or EC scores. BK, let's see. Hey, there you go. Okay, BK. Nice to have a fellow Texan close by. Reed is actually close too, so we might have us a little TDG South group, which would be just fine. That'd be fun. Yeah, there you go. TDG happy hour sometime here in Dallas. Nice. I'm always down for a happy hour like that. That serves well. Look here at the NQ. Here's the reason why I don't take hard stops is because, it does have the potential to ping pong a minute and then continue. And you want to protect some of the profit, but you also don't want to get out right on that line if there's a potential to keep moving. And I still feel like there's a pretty strong buyer's push to get back up into this next level. For the volume profile people, you can see right here at the top of this candle where the low volume node is. So the sellers are trying to push it back down into this volume area, and the buyers are anxious and excited about pushing it back up to this next level. So this little mini battle is what we're watching now. And let's go buyers. 17,200. All right, everybody, manifest it together, all together. Type it in. 17,200. 17,200. Come on, nobody playing the game? There we go. Way to go, dum-dum. Help me out, baby. There we go. 17,200. Hit it. Manifest it. Let's go. Come on, Reed. You got to have this trade on. You want 17,200.
Order filled.
Yeah, baby, go. Stretch. Stretch, baby, stretch. All right, now we're going to move up a little bit more. Might be a little bit early, but I'm going to at least maintain that. My target is +1 open. It's going to hesitate a little bit here for a little while, probably at that level. Computer is locked up. Oh, nice. Come on, Reed. 7. All right, I can hear you saying it. 17,200. That's fun.
Okay, there we go. We got filled. $50 on this one. $50. So let's go ahead and pull up my Excel sheet. My fancy Excel sheet. Okay, so today is 12/28/23. This is our normal trade for the day. We made $50. The risk on this, 405. And we were in this trade for about 32 minutes. So we'll say 32 minutes. And if I can spell right. Okay, so this was just a total trade, and so that's it. So that brings us up to 785 total profits made. So real quick, let's just look at let's calculate our total profit return on this now since the beginning. So we've been doing this trade every trading day for the last 16 days. So in a month, say there's 20 trading days. So we're 4 days shy of a full month of trading. And let's take a look at what our return is. So we made 785 profits. We've had $180 in losses. So that gives us 605 right there. So let's see, 605 divided by our total. The trade with the most risk was 420. So our total return in 16 days is 144%, which is an absolutely great return. I'm really impressed with this system, and let's just hope it'll last. The suspense is killing me. Once we get out of this Christmas week here, these last 2 weeks have been really kind of sleepy, sluggish, Christmas-like trading days. So once we get into January, maybe we can get back to like more of a normal market or kind of a rocky market, volatile market. Let's see if this thing can hold up. But so far, this thing is doing great. So, and the other thing to think about, so we're making $50 on a trade. $50 a day doesn't sound that exciting, but the whole idea behind this is just to test this strategy, see if it's legit, see if it's consistent, and then you can scale to the moon. I mean, you can scale as big as you want to get. So, in a day where we're making $50 on one contract, if we instead did 5 contracts, that's $250 a day, right? And that's just one trade. We have the potential here to take multiple trades in a day with this new system that I've been using over the last couple of days. So 250 at a minimum if we hit one winner. It could be as much as 500, maybe 750. But let's say, what if we did 10 contracts times 10? That's going to be 500. $500? Hey, that's nothing to sneeze at. Or as my Uncle Ed used to say, I'll effing take it. So this is just like the first stage test of the system, just to see if it works, see if it's consistent, and get a feel for it, and also just to recoup our total money at loss. So when we started this trade off on 12/6, I was risking my money. So all this total risk here for all these days, this trade had a total risk of 410, even though we have a stop loss before that. If worst case scenario, like if my hand stopped working and I couldn't click on the mouse to say exit trade, the worst that would happen would be $410 loss, and the 420 was the biggest that risk ever got on any one trade. So my thinking is, if I can recoup that 420 in the first month of trading, I can take my personal money off the table and just start trading with the profits that I made, like house money, and then just scale from there. And you can see we've made $605 so far in 16 days. So we've surpassed that, and we have $605 of house money that we can play with now. And I'm wondering if it's possible to make 200% on this. We have 3 days left, 4 days left to hit 20 days. And there's 20 trading days in a month approximately. So if by day 20, in 4 more days, can we have enough success with this to reach like $840, which would be twice the risk, and we would have a 200% return in a month, which would be phenomenal. All right, anyway, so that's it. If you'd like to follow along with me on this trade, just make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Also, join me on my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Just head on over there and sign up for my free email newsletter. As soon as you sign up for that, you're going to get a welcome email from me. Just reply back to that welcome email, send it back to me, and just say, hey, how can I follow this zero DTE strategy with you? And I'll respond, and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for today. Unless there's a double header opportunity that might come up, keep our eyes peeled for that. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.